I didn't know a lot of this about Jimmy Butler. I watch a ton of hoops, and I know how great of a player he is. I didn't know this. I don't know, man. Wow. He has just wowed me. He's selected a different angle with each player, which is unbelievable leadership. Incredible leadership.
In 2 months.
In 2 months. I want to know when this Jimmy Butler staircase is going to end, because I keep climbing. I keep finding a new level of appreciation and a new level of respect. And sure, some of that is because he now wears the jersey for which I root. I'm mature enough to notice that. But at the same time, like, I didn't know a lot of this about Jimmy Butler. I watch a ton of hoops, and I know how great of a player he is. I didn't know this. I didn't know he was this self-aware. I didn't know he was this thoughtful. I didn't know, and I mean that as a basketball player. I don't know if he sends thank you notes to people, but like even the way he's picked a different angle with each teammate, right? Steph, there's the ultimate respect. You're Batman. Draymond, there's almost like a, hey man, you and me are kind of on the same level. We're going to be the tough guys on this team. Buddy, you're going to be over here and we're going to do nothing but make fun of each other the whole time. Every time, no matter what. We're going to make it sound like we hate each other even though we love each other. Quentin Post, that's my little rookie over there. It's my guy. That's my crazy man. I like Quentin. He's selected a different angle with each player, which is unbelievable leadership. Incredible leadership.
In 2 months.
In 2 months.
Right.
And they've lost 9 basketball games since he got here. I don't know, man. I did not expect this from Jimmy Butler. He is so well-rounded with everything that he's doing for this team.
And the point you make is an interesting one because, you watch a lot of, especially college basketball players, where you all have your handshake with each person and all the rest of it. And that's kind of what Jimmy Butler's brought to this team, where you mentioned it. He's got his own relationship with each individual player, and it's only been 2 months. And it's like each of these guys kind of has their own thing with Jimmy, and maybe it's not a secret handshake that they all have and when they go to the bench, but Jimmy Butler is a guy who has that respect from the young guys, and he's got the respect from the old guys, and he came in and he's just doing his thing, but he made it so that everybody wants to fit in with him. And
he played through such pain.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so clear how much pain he was in.
Especially the first 3 quarters. And then somehow he was able to get through it.
And whether it's been bad or even just a mild one, we've all done that. We've all landed on the tailbone. And it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. And so every step he took last night, it was like we all felt it. We all felt that. And you're just like, oh, man. But for him to power through that and be the team's leading scorer and hit all the free throws and make all the heady plays down the stretch and sky through the air like he was Giannis for the ending rebound.
Right?
I don't know, man. Wow. He has just wowed me. We're in it right now if you're a Warrior fan, and therefore you look at this and you're mad at the Rockets and you're like, boy, these cheap shots, and they're getting under your skin, and the physicality is out of control, right? All the other series feel that way about themselves too. Chris Finch has literally actually been the one, and that's the head coach of Minnesota, who right now, the most likely scenario, Finch is literally the one who has publicly stated, dude, we got to do something about the physicality in these playoffs. It's too much. And what's sort of coincidental or ironic is he coaches the team that after game 1 against the Lakers, J.J. Redick came out and went, we were not ready for the physicality that Minnesota had. The Knicks and Pistons are literally brawling with one another. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis have all been assaulted by the Orlando Magic in a series that they're kind of cruising through. So I know right now we think this is as physical as it gets. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know that it might just be this way the whole way, which is, if you're the older team, is a fearful proposition.
Well, I think it's more about being the smaller team that makes it a little bit more difficult because, Jimmy is 6'5" and Draymond is 6'6", and Pods is 6'3", and so is Steph, maybe. And so GP2 is 6'3". You've got to really small team compared to what Minnesota would possibly bring. And, Minnesota's got so much more size with Naz Reid and Rudy Gobert and the rest of it. So I do think that part of the physicality comes from the perceived lack of size here.
This is going to be hard.
It will be hard.
It's going to be very hard.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you would get the rest that you think. And Tim Kawakami actually had a great comment on this, where if you have all these series that are ending early, like you and I talked about yesterday, how many series will go 6 or more? And I said maybe one.
Yeah.
You've got all that's going to be done. And if Minnesota wins and the Warriors win, well, the only one that would be more than 6 would be the Clippers in Denver. 6 or more.
Right. The idea of the Warriors and Wolves both winning on the road, both underdogs, improbable. So we'll see. Yeah, I agree with you. Your ideal scenario is Warriors win and Lakers win. And so that series has got to keep going, because that's how you would actually earn optimum rest. So we'll see.